In my last video of recreating Secret of the Mimic in Minecraft, we took a look at the welcome show area and the main store hatch facility and built it all in vanilla Minecraft. Now today we're going to take a look at the main welcome lobby as well as the upper floors with Mr. Helpful and the main entrances to the Storytime showroom, Big Top showroom and Jackie's and the birthday showroom that contains Jackie. So let's get right into this build. So here's the lower floor of what we will be building, which is the welcome show and has a bunch of mascots and is connected to the main welcome show. Now with this over and done with, we can move to onto the time lapse. with now some added light blocks around the build, the place is looking so much more nicer than just having the night vision effect, as this light blocks really do add a great more environmental effect to it. And as you can see, we could walk around the entire location, including this including room here, and we could walk around and see where the mascot suit would be, but they're not here at the moment, but they'll be eventually added in the future. Then we have this keypad right here where you'll get the tape to repair the elevator, the distraction right here where you can press the button and get a distraction. Now open here, if we were to go in this door, as you can see, we've got this room with a bit of toilet paper on the floor and the textured roof. Now we can go around, and down here is the elevator and everything else. So as you can see, if we'll go in this door over here, we'll then be in the back room, and we can go over to the elevator where Miss Helpful should be and the elevator itself. And if we go into this little area here, it will lead us to above the elevator. So if we keep going up, go on the floor, and then we crouch, we'll be able to make it into the roof area. As you can see here, we have pipes and trapdoors everywhere, just making sure we can't get out, and then we'll have to drop through the broken hole in the floor to retrieve the present, and then we'll have to leave by opening this crank. Now over here, we'll just continue walking around, and as you can see, I've added boxes and everything like that everywhere, and I've also added the elevator and that both sides, as the top and bottom elevator, but in the time lapse there's only one side. As you can see, we have everything up here with the knights, with the player heads as the heads. Over here, over where it deletes everything else, covered up mascot costume, cleanovac. Down here we would go down the hallway where Mr. Helpful would be, and as you can see, we have the lines on the roof and more knights guarding the entrance. Then we'll look up and see the skylight and all of the entrance to the birthday party room, the big top showroom, the storytime showroom, and the things on the head. And I've used glass paint and a bunch of different things. Now on the other side of this door, Jackie's area actually isn't here, but it will eventually be here in the next episode. There's a mailbox in here, and if we go past here, we have this little security office with a little monitor that'll eventually be turned into an arm stand and a place where you can extract some of your inventory. Now back up here, if we go up here with some minor changes in this room, we now have the big top showroom area, and like the Jackie's room, there is nothing on the other side, but there will eventually be one in a future episode. And just like over here, as you can see, I've already had a Mr. Helpful model, and he'll eventually be moved up here and be changed to make him look more better and in my own design. Same over here with Mrs. Helpful, and I'll make one of those as well. Now here is the Miss Helpful model, as you can see here, and I've also added some text displays and stuff to go along with it. As you can see, it says right here, Mrs. Helpful. Then we have push to talk, and if I click it, she doesn't actually talk because that'll be added on later. Also, two heads stacked on top of each other for this part right here in the center of the box, leading up where Mrs. Helpful would be right here. And he's got a bunch of different custom heads and armor stands for the bunch of different parts of Mrs. Helpful. Now if I were to go out over here, I've moved the Mr. Helpful model from the main stage in his carnival outfit up into the second floor where he usually would be in his teaser that we got, into his more designed business suit with his purple top hat, and what, like Mrs. Helpful, he has the two boxes, the button that does nothing, and it says Mr. Helpful instead of the Mrs., and this is everything. Now I could add more armor stands around the build later, but at the moment this is all I want to stick to, because I removed the one here because it would just be better if I were to move it up there, because that's where Mrs. Helpful is instead of having it on the main stage, and you can just walk right through while we're doing that. Now more of the functionality sort of sides, I'll walk around the location as you can see, and I'm going to go over to this elevator right here, and I'm going to click the button, and as you can see the door will open, and it'll allow me in and the door will close. Then I'll be able to click this button, as you can see here, ding, and then the doors will open and we can leave and exit the facility on the second floor. And then once again we can click this button right here, we'll click it, the doors open, they'll close again, we can click this one, and then we'll be back down onto the first floor, ding, and then we're right here again where we can wander around and now go up onto the first and second floor. And it's a really complicated system for such a small little thing. It actually uses 53 command blocks just to make up a simple elevator, because it detects when you're close enough to this button so you can't click it from really far away, and then the door will open. You have to be so close to it or else the doors will not open. Then this command block right here will detect that it's actually teleporting you up and down, and here it's just blowing the comparator to air, and then cloning the door open and teleporting you 19 blocks up, because that's how far the elevator is from the original elevator. Teleports you 9 blocks up and down. And then this does the exact same thing as the one over there, just reverse for the top elevator. Now I've made the Mimic run around as a Mycelium Man just to make the gameplay more entertaining for this map. So at the moment he just wanders around with his little animation, and I've made the distractions to go along with it. As you can see, you can hear that, and then the Mimic will start chasing us around and around like that, and we just have to wait until he'll eventually chase us. As you can see, he just looks like that, and if I click this, as you can see, an arrow hits him from the top, and then I'll instantly aggro him to make him go over here and attack this wandering trader right here, but when he gets close enough, it will get killed. So if I hit this again, as you can see the arrow missed him if he moves too fast, which just gives it a bit more of randomy so he doesn't always come here. As you can see, there's a wandering trader, but when he gets close enough, it will be deleted or killed in this case, so he can just wander around doing whatever he was before. It's actually really fun just to run around the location, just trying to avoid the mimic right here inside of one of these costumes, where we can run around just like wandering away from him, and we can do this in any way. We can go up the elevator and everything like this. So if I go into survival, as you can see, he'll start chasing me, and I've given him an animation so it doesn't just look like he's sliding across the floor and he's actually chasing me. So if I go up the stairs, as you can see, if I keep going around here and around, the mimic will constantly follow us because the mimic has a follow range of about 30 or 100 blocks. So he'll keep following us unless he loses sight of us instantly. As you can see, he's stuck on that table over there because I removed his ability to jump, because I don't want the mimic to be parkouring all over my build. So at the moment, he's just trying to jump but can't at this moment. So he's just going to stay there until he finds another way to attack me, and he's going to find as far away, and I'm just going to go on this elevator to quickly escape him. As you can see, the ding opened, and now I'm in here, and he is gone forever. So now I can walk around, do whatever I want, and as you can see, here's the new updated version of Mr. Helpful, more on my design than wallpapers, and if I click this button, he should be gone about now, so if I were to go back down the elevator, I should be able to sneak past him. As you can see, yeah, I see him right there, so let's sneak. Yep, he spotted me. So I'm just going to keep running away from him until eventually I lose sight of him, and you get the gist. Now this is going to wrap it up for today's video, and I hope everyone here enjoyed it, and it was really fun to me to put another episode of this together. And I'll guess what, next week will be another episode, that being episode 3, because I plan to release these weekly if I'm able to do so. So watch out next week where we do part 3, where I'll be working on the main area of the facility. Until then, keep your eyes peeled until it comes out, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.